Hi, my name is Amanda Cachia and I'm the curator of Ecotopia here at the Kitchener-Waterloo Art Gallery. In this exhibition we have 12 Canadian and American artists exploring the blend of nature and human intervention. So we have themes of destruction and conservation. We also have in this exhibition sculptures, drawings, paintings, other works on paper, photography and film installations. This is a work by Saskatoon artist Dagmar Agenda entitled Panorama. It is a traditional panorama view of the Canadian landscape, particularly national parks, and it is a collage mural. Visitors are invited to come up on this platform and experience the panorama from within. The big part of Canadian identity is to do with the landscape and the beauty of the land. But Dagmar often finds when she goes to national parks that in fact we're instructed and told how to look at the landscape. We're instructed to walk out onto a platform and look at particular panoramas and vistas of the landscape through a particular frame. And why is it that we construct nature in that way? Ecotopia explores environmental conservation, destruction, and the cacophonous blend of architecture and decay in our technological age. Very simply, this exhibition is about the confluence of nature and human intervention that has both glorious and profoundly dispiriting qualities. This is a sculptural installation composed of 3 components by Montreal artist Maud Leonard-Contant. The 3 pieces have different titles. So we have first 2 cactuses entitled Cacti. There is a drawing called Creeper, and the final component is a coconut entitled Cocoa Fess. This is a untitled black ink wall drawing by Toronto artist Kate Wilson. She came into the gallery earlier this week and spent 3 days working directly on the wall. Interspersed throughout this exhibition are multiple and diverse readings on trees, amongst other subject matter, by numerous artists in the show, including BGL, who created a beautiful kinetic piece called Pinocchio. In that work, they're very much concerned with issues of deforestation. You'll notice that in this installation, the tree is made from machine-cut pieces of wood and the leaves are plastic. And then we also have a video installation by Jennifer Steinkamp where she's created a beautiful synthetic image of a tree that is rotating or orbiting through a black space. And all the leaves of the tree are changing color to represent changing seasons. Because the imagery is synthetic, she's also commenting on how nature, again, is becoming false and plastic, and that we live in artificial environments where nature itself is also quite artificial. The genesis for the exhibition was the International Year of the Forest, celebrated in 2011. So like the United Nations, for many people, the icon of the tree symbolizes nature and the environment in its totality. It also symbolizes the corrected environment for which we yearn. Indeed, the environment and our landscape is a construct of the mind, memory, and political will, as much as the physical configuration of the natural and built environments. This sculpture is by New York artist David Brooks, entitled Unfinished Section of Sidewalk with 2 Palms and Rebar. This work really typifies the theme of the exhibition, the confluence of nature and human intervention. Rodney Graham suggests that perhaps the world and perceived romantic notions of nature has been turned on its head, as evoked in his upside-down ponderosa pines. We see 3 upside-down ponderosa pines that were taken in Vancouver's Stanley Park, and they're interspersed with 2 monochrome yellow panels. We must ask, why and how do we recreate and mediate nature? Predominantly, we live in abstract spaces and manufactured environments where nature has become fabricated. Using a variety of strategies and materials, the artists in this exhibition point out the absurdities, excesses, and the challenges to these situations, and the amnesiac response our population has taken up to these new falsehoods, this ecotopia. Other artists in this exhibition suggest that whilst this world we live in may be topsy-turvy, the new and decaying structures that we have created have a suggested beauty in themselves, a beauty of decay, where objects, monuments, and sites that have been overtaken by weeds, graffiti, rabbit holes, or worms are in fact a new archaeology for a new generation. The tree emerging from the beautiful watercolour works by Tristram Lansdowne has created new, very imaginative environments of, again, the confluence of architecture and nature, and where the tree is almost reclaiming the architecture that previously emerged into the environment very aggressively most of the time when we think of construction and development and the way that development destroys nature. But here, I think Tristram has almost turned that game around quite a bit. So after visitors spend some time with Ecotopia, I hope that they may take away with them that despite the problems that we face, despite the challenges that we face with our environment, that there may be some hope and that the artists are providing us with opportunities to think about the way forward.